We're going to check your money tonight in a new wrinkle in the tariff situation that could ultimately help save you money. A lawsuit filed Friday claims President Trump does not have the legal authority to impose most of the tariffs he's now putting in place. As the case makes its way through the courts, at least 2 courts have now agreed with those suing the president. So, are we headed to a quick end for these sweeping tariffs? Let's bring in our business and tech reporter, Scott Budman. And Scott, we're already paying for some of these tariffs that have gone into effect.
You're absolutely right, Janelle. It's true, we are paying for them, and some behind the lawsuit say we should not have been paying those tariffs. We're talking mostly here about the tariffs President Trump announced back in April on what he called Liberation Day. Remember, he was holding the big sign. They currently range from a 34% tax on goods imported from China, 25% on Canada and Mexico, about a 10% baseline elsewhere. Now, the legal challenge argues that the president does not have the authority to impose tariffs, saying the Constitution and federal law give that power only to Congress. President Trump himself has already talked about the more than $100 billion brought in by tariffs so far. That, by the way, has largely been paid by us and the businesses at which we shop. The president also blasted the latest ruling against the plans, calling it the work of, quote, radical left activist judges. I asked the new Civil Liberties Alliance, one of the groups that sued the administration over the tariffs, what might happen if the current legal challenge is successful.
The legal effect is they all would go away. Then there would be another phase of litigation about whether those who have paid tariffs declared unlawful can recover and what happens. And it's a fascinating economic context.
Okay, could we recover some money back? Could we get one of those index cards that says there's been a settlement and you may get a piece of it?
Right, presidential error in your favor, like a Monopoly card. Yeah. That's the, $100 billion question, right? And the answer is probably not you and me, the consumer. If the tariffs are found to be wrong and there is some sort of a clawback of money, it would go to the businesses. After all, they were hit with the tariffs. Some of them ate the extra money. Some of them passed the cost on to us. So they would get the money and we would either continue shopping there or say, hey, give us some money back. But it would be sort of a negotiation. It doesn't seem like the money would trickle down to us, unfortunately.
Okay, so where do we go from here? This sounds like a process. It has to go through the court system, possibly all the way to the Supreme Court.
That's what they're saying, Janelle. Yeah, it's likely to go to the highest court in the land and then figure out, does the president even have the constitutional power to do what he has already done and put into play and seen a lot of money change hands already. So this could have a long legal battle.
Okay, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
You bet.
Raj?